Hello everyone, it's Riley here again today, and we are taking a look at Family Hobby Center's inventory. But that's not what this video is about. I'm just going to give you a little brief showcase of what Family Hobby Center has in stock. And today, we are going to take a look at the video review on Bachmann HO scale Percy. Let's get this on the rails and get this review rolling. So here is Percy, electrically operated on HO scale train track with moving eyes. And as promised in the other day's review with Gordon and the Express coaches, I promised I would be reviewing Percy and the Troublesome Trucks. Well, they're here now, and let's get them out of their boxes, and let's get them on the tracks. So here is Bachmann's HO scale representation of Percy. As you can see, he's got a lot of nice detail on him. The only downside is he doesn't have a back coupling hook, but that doesn't bother me. A lot of people say that Percy's model is flawed as far as proportion-wise. I don't think it's a big deal. As long as the model runs and as long as it looks and feels like Percy, that's okay with me. And overall, Percy's a great model. He runs great, very smooth motor, very quiet motor. All you hear are his wheels going along the tracks. And so now that we've taken a look at Percy, let's take a look at Troublesome Truck number 1. So here's Troublesome Truck number 1. As you can see, very, very detailed. They sculpted all of the little planks on Troublesome Truck number 1, even the rivets. And he's got the happy face. He's giggling, and it's just an overall nice model. Not really much to say. It's a piece of rolling stock. And over the years, they've released other Troublesome Trucks, which I'm really happy they have. So now let's take a look at Troublesome Truck number 1's brother, Troublesome Truck number 2. Here's Troublesome Truck number 2. As with the first Troublesome Truck, a lot of nice detail. The only difference is the face. This guy's laughing so hard he's got his eyes closed. That's all I have to say about Troublesome Truck number 2. Everything I previously said about Troublesome Truck number 1 pretty much applies here. So now let's get these rolling stock and engine hooked up, and let's get them rolling on the rails. As you have seen in my previous review with James, all you have to do is back up the locomotive, and the locomotive hooks up to the train. And as mentioned, don't make it go too fast in reverse, because if you do, most likely the rolling stock or the locomotive will come off the tracks after a hard bump. So now, let's get this in forward motion, and let's get it going. So here's Percy pulling along his Troublesome Trucks. As mentioned with Gordon and James, Percy's eyes move back and forth, side to side, which is a really cool feature that Bachmann has incorporated in their locomotives. Percy is running very smoothly. And as you can see, despite these little flaws that a lot of the Thomas fans say that the Bachmann HO scale Percy has, he is a very smooth runner. And if you maintain him correctly, he will last for many years to come. So there's Percy running. The Troublesome Trucks aren't causing too much mischief because, as we all know, these pair of Troublesome Trucks can't easily be trusted because they like to cause accidents on the railway. But today, they seem to be behaving just fine. So now, let's wrap up this review, and I will give you my final thoughts. So here are my final thoughts on the Bachmann HO scale Percy and the Troublesome Trucks. I really like these models. I really think that Percy's a nice model, and I personally think that his motor runs very, very nice. He's got a quiet motor, and they've done a lot of improvements over the model over the past few years as far as the internal mechanics. However, there are a lot of people that say this model's not without its flaws. I'm not going to get into that because I think it's a great model, and I like the Bachmann Percy along with the Troublesome Trucks. Now, a little side story here. Percy and the Troublesome Trucks originally had their own train set back in 2002. This was discontinued in 2005 to make way for another set of train sets, which would include the James Freight set, but that's another story for another time. And also, before we wrap up this video, I would like to give a big shout out to Artcraft Toy Trains of Hamburg, New York. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have this model of Percy. This is where I purchased Percy from. However, for those of you in the Naples, Florida area, you can go to Family Hobby Center, and I'm sure we can order Percy for you from Family Hobby Center. The same with the Troublesome Trucks. If you're in the Hamburg, New York area, stop by Artcraft Toy Trains and pick yourself up a set of Troublesome Trucks or the Bachmann Percy. If you're in the Naples, Florida area, stop by Family Hobby Center. We'll do the same thing. Thank you for tuning into this review. It's been very fun doing these, and I will be doing more videos in the future. Most likely, Edward will be the next review. Not sure when this will be, but I can guarantee you, Edward will, in fact, be the next engine to review. Have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you for watching.